But I'm not really interested in sex at the moment. I used to be a right one. Orgies, one-night stands, affairs, 3 in a bed. But now, I can't even be bothered to masturbate. I find my masturbation's gone the same way as my meditation. I start off well, focus the mind, got my little fantasy, leather-clad dykes on the beach in Lesbos. The fantasy's for the masturbation, not the meditation. And then my mind just wanders. Look at all that dirt on the skirting board. I could borrow the ladder from next door. Then I could paint that damp patch on the bathroom ceiling. Perhaps I should get some stain stop. I wonder if B&Q's open now. And I've lost it! But even if I could keep my mind on the job, I'm physically just not up to it. My masturbating muscles have all melted. They've atrophied. And I blame computers. Because my masturbating muscles are the same as my writing muscles, and nobody writes anymore. We're all just tapping away. At school I used to write for hours. Some exams were 3 hours long. Now I can barely sign a cheque. It's like that. Same with masturbation. I've only been going 5 seconds and I've gone into crump. It's true what they say, if you don't use it, lose it. But although I was a bit of a goer in the sexual department, and I'm not saying it's not coming back, I'm just taking a bit of a celibate vacation. But although I was a bit of a goer, I was never into anything funny. I did try S&M once with my girlfriend in my late 20s. We did a lot of planning, took a special trip to London, went to the women's sex shop, Shush, bought a dildo, vibrator, leather corset, and I had a pair of my dad's old handcuffs, because he used to be a policeman. And after much badgering, he gave me them when he retired. But they were part of the problem, because he said I could have them, as long as I didn't actually use them, because they had a dodgy lock. And I couldn't concentrate. I kept wondering how I was going to explain to the fire brigade or police why I was handcuffed to a £12.99 IKEA laminate TV table, which was the only stationary object my girlfriend could find to secure me to. I mean, in the films they've got these great iron bedsteads they chain each other to. We didn't even have a headboard. Just a few cuddly toys. And being handcuffed to Flat Eric was hardly going to be a risk. Anyway, my girlfriend was all dressed up and gyrating about on top of me in the leather corset, which actually fitted me better around the bust. Because she was a little smaller in that department. But as they were quite pricey, we'd just gone for the larger one, and we're going to take turns wearing it. I had the strap-on dildo, which was supposed to rub up against your clitoris, but it got all twisted up at a funny angle halfway down my leg. And I wasn't very comfortable. I didn't have much on, and the carpet was made of an itchy synthetic weave, which wasn't very forgiving. And I was cold. I made a mental note that for future S&M sessions, the central heating would have to go on well in advance. But my girlfriend was right into it. She worked herself up into a dominating frenzy. At which point I felt a little scared and lonely. And decided I much preferred her in her Marge Simpson's nightshirt. And I asked if we could stop and I could have a cuddle. So we ditched the S&M and snuggled up with a couple of Linda McCartney pies in front of Bad Girls.